And Mr. Speaker, let me begin by taking this opportunity, although I could be late, to strongly condemn the overreaction of the government against Butere girls yesterday. It was, I think the government played into the hands of the script writer Cleophas Malala by taking over the play. You know, the play was written by Malala, staged by Butere girls, and acted by the police. The police came out and took over and showed every theme that had been outlined in the play. They exposed themselves. But why do you tear gas underage young girls? Niliona Karen Nyamu akisema at the president has a solemn duty of protecting the children. And I wonder, how do you protect children by tear gassing them? By sending 100 uniformed anti-terror police. Terrorism unit unatupelekea watoto. Rais wetu William Ruto jana alijipatia jina ingine. Tulikuwa tunafikiria hii jina ingine ya kumpea. Kutoka jana yeye ni Mtemi Bokono. Mtemi Bokono, kiongozi wa nchi tukufu ya Butangi, ambaye anaongoza kwa dhuluma, kwa imla, na sisi kama Wakenya hiyo hatutakubali. Mr. Speaker, there is a raging debate about our economic status in the country and how we are going to stay above the fray in these hard economic times. It has come to my attention. I got this information on my desk yesterday that the government has been begging their lenders to do what we call debt restructuring. Debt restructuring in layman's language, Mr. Speaker, ni kupewa muda zaidi ya kulipa. But the lenders are adamant and they are asking the government to default on the debt payment. And this will be the resultant effect if the government defaults on paying debt. We shall have inflation in our country of at least 30% from where we are, which means life will be highly expensive. Inflation, when it happens, businesses will collapse, there will be mass layoffs, and our Kenyan shilling will lose value. Tutakuwa kama Zimbabwe. Ukienda kununua mkate, napepa pesa na wheelbarrow. And the issue is debt, Mr. Speaker. The question we are asking as concerned citizens of this country is that how do we pay debt that has not benefited the sovereigns of the country? How do we pay debt that has not been used according to the law? We have borrowed money. We don't know how they were used. We don't know who took the money. But the Kenyan people are being given the burden of paying even without benefiting from the same. That's why we are asking the minister, the good minister of Treasury, together with the president, to lay bare the debt register and let us know how much did we borrow, when, who ate the money, which project, so that even if we pay, we know that what we are paying is actually what we consume. Ama namna gani wangwana? Ama mnataka tulipe pesa ambayo mtu aliweka kwa gunia akapeleka kwake? We are not supposed to be given such burdens. Sisi na Mbadi wakati alikuwa anakuwa vetted, alisema one of his first duties in office is to make public the debt register. Up to today, it remains an unkept promise. Mr. Speaker, vile nikienda kumalizia, we have a government that is very good at diversionary tactics. I have reason to believe that yesterday's overreaction of government was a ploy to divert the attention of the people from the real crime. You know that there is an additional 6 extra names on the IEBC shortlisted people. And we are asking such questions. Where did we get these extra names that had not been vetted? Lakini kwa sababu wa Kenya na watu wa kusahau haraka haraka, serikali ikatupatupa tear gas pale Nakuru, and all the attention went there. We need to remain focused and ask the government that they should do everything according to the standard operating procedures laid out in our law. Mr. Speaker, ya mwisho kabisa, watu wanasema ati kama wewe sio mwalimu hufai kuandika play ama udirect wanafunzi wakati wana rehearse ama wana play. Nimeona Dennis Itumbi alikuwa na direct Kangaroo Girls wakiwa na chipukizi. Tumeangalia kwa list ya watu wako na TSC number, Dennis Itumbi hayuko. Tumeangalia kwa watu wenye wako na TSC number, chipukizi hayuko. When you come to the table of equity, you come with clean hands. Na kama ni lazima ukuwe mwalimu ndio ukuwe director wa play kwa shule, then watuambie Dennis Itumbi TSC number yake ni gani? Watuambie Aden Duale medical certificate yake ni gani? Watuambie Soipan 2 ya service number yake ya jeshi ni gani? Ndo tuelewe kwamba tuko serious na hii maneno wanatuambia. Kabisa. Hatuwezi kuwa tunyamaza hapa. Na hii debate kwamba tunyamaze tusiseme Ruto must go. Jana nilikuwa naona clip President Ruto akiongea kuhusu Kibaki. Akisema it will not be long before Kibaki goes. He actually said Kibaki must go. Why was it legal for Ruto to say Kibaki must go, but it is illegal for us to say Ruto must go? Eh? When President Ruto was leading a divisive narrative of hustler versus dynasty, nobody castigated him. He played a victim. But when we are leading a campaign to birth a new country of Ruto must go, all of a sudden some characters from I don't know where, they are telling us that we should act within the confines of the Constitution. Those who are telling us that we should act within the confines of the Constitution should act within the confines of military barracks. Sisi hatutaki mambo mingi. And the people who are very bitter with the Ruto must go are the ones who are benefiting from the incompetence in our government. Because there are people who have married extra 2 wives because of corruption. And when you say Ruto must go, you are saying their extra 2 wives must go. When you say Ruto must go, you are saying their tenders must go. So they get so angry. But we are not going to be cowed. We continue with the campaign to birth a new country as we say Ruto must go. Murio Munoko.
Before you go, Comrade Joakim, today as the National People's Assembly, we were dissecting on could this problem which we have today, is it as a result of our expensive constitution? Because Kenyans currently, it is seen that we are overrepresented, and even MPs, our legislatures, some of them even have time to fight and marry. Recently we saw even MCS are doing some immoral things at the coastal region. Is it that we are overrepresented, and should something be done to the constitution? Because we have even many commissions which are doing nothing, and the fuel guzzlers with the government
the problem that we have.
So my question is, what is your take on the constitution, the 2010
before we even go to the constitution, our biggest problem that is causing shortage of money in our country is revenue leaks. That we have so much money that is going to mismanagement, and we are not going according to the priorities, according to the needs of the Kenyan people. Before we get to the constitution and think of who is representing us, are we using what we have in a way that we are supposed to? We have a lot of holes in the government coffers, where when the government gets money before it's used on the intended project, some people have pocketed almost more than half. And that's what is causing problems. The reason of overrepresentation emanates from a problem of political patriarchy, where you have to reward people who are loyal to you. So you come up with everything to reward them. You come up with commissions. You come up with you end up with a very bloated representation for the people. And the problem we have is that the people who are supposed to reduce our representation are the ones who are benefiting from our representation. So even as we make noise that we should reduce the number of representatives for the people, we shall have a lot of push and pull, because we are asking the issue of femicides. What is the job of women reps across the counties? They are quiet about it. The people who are concerned about femicide are actually women, are actually men. The women who are supposed to be taking care of their fellow women are only being seen in merry joints. So it's like we are paying people without seeing value for the money. So let us first address the issue of revenue leaks, embezzlement of government funds, and make corruption a very expensive crime. Sahi mtu anaiba 1 billion, koti inamfine 50 million. Ama wanamfine 200 million. Mtu ameiba 1 billion, unampiga fine ya 200 million. Alafu in a few months anakuwa appointed in another lucrative job somewhere. What will stop that person from stealing? The lady that was mentioned in the edible oil scandal, it was worth 6.5 billion. She had been mentioned in that corruption scandal, but the president went ahead and appointed her in another position. If we are not rewarding thieves, what are we doing?
Thank you, sir.